Welcome to Fast Fact Friday. This is Michelle with Revolutionary Resume. Before we get started, if you can give me a like and follow, it would be much appreciated. I recorded this once and apparently somehow it did not save. So here we are again. If you managed to catch the first one, great. I appreciate you. So before any further delay, let's talk about what's going on with the job market. As you see, we've got work from home era. Is it ending, at least in Boston? One of the bigger employers, Fidelity Investments, noted that by fall they're going to bring home 80,000 global employees back to office. Not home, back to the office. And that means 6,000 people in Boston. If you've ever driven in Boston, it's a very crowded city traffic-wise. I can't imagine those 6,000 people are very pleased to hear this. And they give a bunch of magnanimous reasons as to why, but I am telling you right now, it's literally done to prevent a reduction in workforce. So, no matter how wonderful and fluffy they may make it sound, that is not what is normally the case. Also, some layoffs that came through in the past few weeks. There is a big accounting firm, KPMG, that is laying off. There's also an online retailer that's in like the health supplement space in North Carolina that's going to be laying off. Lehigh Valley Technology is announcing 55 job losses, and Saks Global is going to do some corporate layoffs. So that is a lot of layoffs for this week, and I always like to make you folks aware so you know if you've got active applications in with these places or if you are about to, that you just have that heads up. The other thing I would like to talk about is normally the Bureau of Labor and Statistics and ADP release their numbers on the first day or the first Friday, respectively, of the following month. We don't have April numbers out yet. If you look, it's been very rough through 24, getting rougher in 25, and even rougher at the beginning of 26, though we did have a little spike of hope. So those numbers apparently for some reason are not going to be released till this coming Tuesday. So the next time I do a live, which is actually 2 weeks from today, we're missing next week because I'll be out of town, I will have those numbers for you and we'll dissect those a little bit. But it's been a rough market. I mean, you can look at this and see it's a rough market. So give yourself some grace out there, folks. Tips and tricks for today. Let's talk about some tips and tricks. One of the things I've talked about pretty consistently, and I want to bring up again because I had somebody reach out to me, is like, what can I do? I'm not getting any hits on my resume, etc. And I hope she's watching, but you can quantify your skill sets. What do I mean by that? You get 3 to 6 seconds to impress a recruiter or hiring manager. Okay. How do you make sure that your skills pop right out at them? You quantify them. What do I mean by that? If I'm reading a resume for an HR person and it says success factors, oh, that's great. We use success factors. But it doesn't give me the meat of what I want. If I read that same resume and it says 1 year success factors, I'm like, oh, good. They'll be able to log in. Probably not much beyond that, because every success factors, as you all know, is set up a little differently. It's custom tailored. Okay. If somebody comes in and says they have 10 years success factors, oh wow, they'll be able to hit the ground running. This project that's been on the back burner to integrate X, Y, and Z, they'll be able to probably take point on that. That is huge. So you have to quantify everything that you can. Don't self-select skills out. They might be skills that those people need. You can work on changing your resume title to be more aligned with the exact role that you're applying with. Make sure that there aren't specific skills mentioned in the job description that you have but haven't listed in your resume. Those are some tips and tricks. Track everything you do in a spreadsheet so that you know where you're applying and know when to follow up. And it's always okay to do follow-up, and we'll talk more about what follow-ups you can do, what's timely, and all that when we come back to you in 2 weeks on the 15th. Until then, take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you in a few weeks.